Gerata. Welcome back to our channel and welcome back to yet another one of my fails.
Oh gosh, okay, let me get in here. Alright. So welcome back to our channel. If you haven't seen our last sorry, come this side. Welcome back to Italy, welcome back to our channel. Let me just take this off my head. It's in the evening and we are attempting to visit a little night market close to where we live. If you saw our last video, you would have seen that we finished our DIY bathroom build. If you haven't seen it, go check it out.
That was a great success.
Exactly. We always cycle through this little town and it's got an interesting architecture, very old.
And this is supposed to be a food festival trying typical plates. And
I always say I learned my lesson from last time, and I ate something before I came tonight. So
I said I don't want to come out and not be hungry. I want to try this typical dish. And now there's something happening here, but we might have to wait a little while longer before getting something to eat. You're not waiting?
Nah. But anyway, in this video we will be trying another market, and we've got a few projects we're gonna do around the property. So
my boss has got a long DIY list.
all right, let's go.
I'm hungry.
All right. No, I think you have to admit defeat.
No, I don't want to admit defeat. I just want to stay here until something happens.
You can stay, but I don't think anything's gonna happen. Sorry, bro.
Okay, try again tomorrow, on top of the money.
Welcome back to our channel. We're Andre and Lisa, a South African couple who have been traveling the world full-time since 2018. For most of the last 4 years, we've been meandering around Europe in our motorhome Mali. Recently, we bought a small farmhouse in the south of Italy, which will be a new base for our future travel adventures. We've been staring at this broken wall for what, now 2 months? In one of our previous videos, we took down this stone wall that was built up between these two windows because you were not able to actually open these shutters. Now we're left with this chaos. So I think first step would be just to gather some stones.
This is like building a puzzle, you know, you got to go look for the pieces that match.
I think we're just going to cement them in, and then at the later point we're going to try and mix some colored cement to fill in the gaps. We need some gloves.
Let's go.
I need a bucket. I think we're going to need a few smaller ones as well to sort of finish the top.
Yeah.
Here's a nice shape one. Guy, like this one.
Oh, this guy. That's a good, look at his shape.
So a sneak peek, our new water tank. Well, it's not new. We actually got it from a neighbor. Thanks, neighbor. Because we've got this pressure system which doesn't work so great. I think it puts a bit of stress on our well pump, and also doesn't give consistent pressure inside the house. So I think what we're going to do is, when it starts cooling down, we're going to relocate this tank to under the stairs. And then we're going to redo the water supply completely and put a new pressure pump in line with the storage tank to the house with a flow switch. Redo the well connection to feed that tank. Initially maybe manually, but that will probably be a project for next week or two, I guess. Okay, I think we've got enough there, right?
I think so. Okay.
Yo.
Let's go.
I go to the left side of the table.
That's what you call a puzzle piece fitting.
It doesn't have to be precise, but
that's perfect.
that could work.
That's good.
So we got this guy.
Okay, wait, this guy goes here.
That guy's gonna go there, this guy's gonna go here. We're gonna find small pieces to go in between
This
here.
piece goes there and there.
You're not done yet. Okay, go!
Oh, can I start by just whacking them in here? Like, there's lots of lizard poop.
No. Let me just get the spray bottle to spray it. Just make sure you put enough cement in there. So this one's supposed to go like this.
Yeah, somewhere in there. Just
Stay in place. Oh, okay. So when it's dry, we're going to make up a colored mix like this to finish the front face and see how we can finish the top.
We've got a whole wheelbarrow of rocks because we're getting so good at picking out rocks now.
So we've been sitting with this planter. There used to be these aloes. But we find there's a lot of moisture on the other side of this wall, so we took them out and we're just going to concrete this up and make like a little shelf. So we're going to put some rubble in here and then get some cement while we're mixing. I think the biggest problem is that Lisa wants to be a perfectionist and line the rocks up perfectly. And then we have to remove them and put concrete in. She doesn't quite get that part.
Look, this one's perfect. Look how nice the top piece got. He replaces this horrible, ugly guy.
Alright.
Boom. See?
Alright. I think we're going to do this whole mix. Nice and sloppy. Ready?
Very important to also have a correct concrete scooper.
Concrete scooper, yeah, that's
Yo,
professional.
nice
grade.
and
Sloppy.
sloppy.
That's the way we like it. Yeah, we're gonna need more. It's a funny thing about open cement. You always need more. How does that work?
Nice. And just like that, all the concrete's gone.
Oh, Lisa.
Oh,
Oh no, man.
that's got
Let
so.
me see. What did you hit yourself? You're wily.
In the head.
Oh, that was solid. Shit. Maybe you must go look and see. Go look and
It's
see
okay
if
if I
you
don't pass out.
leg yourself. You're bleeding.
What are you gonna do if I'm bleeding?
I'm gonna stitch you up with cement. Come.
I really want to take a spoonful of cement. So. Is it bleeding?
Let me see. Where
Just
did
look
it?
in there, like there.
I can't see that. Wait. You
Look
need
if
a
it's
hard
bleeding.
hat. It's probably gonna have a massive.
It's only
I
there.
can't see. No, don't worry. Anyway,
Okay.
progress.
This little edge looks so nice now. Obviously it's still got to dry, but I think it looks amazing. I'm very, very happy with the way that that's come out. It looks finished. There's just so many of these jobs, that we've been started so long ago, and we just don't get around to finishing because there's always something else that's more important, more critical. So it's actually nice now in the summer when we can't do big jobs to finish these eventually. Now that we've built this up, we need to get it to match. So what we've decided to go for is a ready colored grout. Can I put the camera in?
Yep.
We have tried to color concrete, cement or stucco.
But it's very hard to get the same color consistently. That's really the issue. So trying to use a colored cement or a colored grout or stucco seems like a, I don't know, I'm just going to put a thin layer in here now.
This is just the test portion.
Yeah, I was going to try and cover the cement. Oh, they stuck there still. Hopefully when it dries, it'll match the color a little bit more evenly. Otherwise we'll just do it again, but so far we're super happy. Okay, let's give it a couple of hours and see what it looks like when it dries. Already here, as you can see, the lighter color. Cool. So far so good. Good morning. Okay, before it gets super hot, I'll quickly run out and try and get some figs. There's so many figs here. I want to make dried figs. or sun-dried figs, the Salentino way. Now we've got these yellow-green figs. I can show you quickly actually. These are super ripe at the moment, but you got to beat the birds to them.
These ones you'll pick on the way back because these ones are best for eating, I think.
Oh, these are
They are so sweet.
bright red flesh. But
Or maybe we can start the day with one.
these are the bright
man, these
red
are
ones.
Incredible. Yummy.
Super ripe. Thanks.
You really got to control yourself here.
Holy moly. Mamma mia.
I want to say the flavors also changed from a week ago.
Oh, so good, eh? Okay. Okay, come. Keep getting out. Let's go.
The other interesting thing that we're figuring out now is that we've clearly got different olive varieties on our land, because some of them have got these tiny little olives right now and others are already big and fat. And comparatively, look how big and fat these olives already are. Nice and juicy. We're trying to figure out which trees are which and which are going to be better for oil and which for eating.
We go roadside or we'll go across the field?
Let's go across the field, what do you say?
Yeah, the whole olive thing is quite tricky because you can't just spend energy and money to try and harvest the olives. It's got to be economically viable.
Well, we can't.
Well, we can't. I think you often see people, especially some expats, coming into these areas and employing, like what they consider to be the perfect farming technique, and they get really good quality oil. But if you break it down, it's not an economically viable process. So you can't falter the local farmers for using a very simplistic process. Because how do you ultimately compete with the low-priced olive oil available in the market? You can buy olive oil for under 10 euros a litre, and it's almost impossible to produce it in small scale for that money.
And
it is impossible.
That most of the local land here is not being farmed to sell. Most of it is making olive oil for own personal and family consumption because that's all that's viable.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, I'm going to look at this little tree. This tree is losing all its leaves now, very fast. Giant pile of figs though.
Everyone is a different type.
The yellow ones. We're back with our pile of figs. I think we picked way too many, but there's such a variety of different figs actually. I think we're going to try and sun dry some of these in the local Salento style. Oh, we might have to eat some.
Yum, yum.
I'll show you now. There's 4 different types here that I can tell.
I think you have to open one of each so we can show the difference.
Okay.
Because it's really quite incredible. I never knew that many different types of figs
Come and look
existed.
here. See the pink juices that runs out of these figs. It's so sweet. But anyway, so quickly, I'll show you the process. You sun dry them, you cut them in half, and you put them in a tin or something, cover them with something to keep the insects off it, and you leave them in the sun for 3 to 4 days. You return them every day, and then after that we're going to put some roasted almonds inside and bake them in the oven with some cinnamon. Squeeze them into a jar, and hopefully they'll be good for winter. They should be bright red, almost like a blueberry.
Incredible. Oh, look at this one. It's a heart.
And these are like,
Don't cut that guy. He's a heart. No, don't cut him.
All right.
Oh, he's so pretty. Look at that.
So these are much paler inside, but also very sweet. I imagine there's a worm inside. So the locals just call these green figs. This one actually, you can see it's got a slightly different color. It's got like stripes, like purple. I think this is the Sicilian white, which is a typical Salento yellow fig.
We haven't actually tasted that one.
And then this is the last one.
Which tastes like honey. They honestly taste like honey.
Oh, sweet.
And the flesh is completely golden, and it honestly just tastes like honey.
Well, ideally you don't want to wash them. I'm just going to very carefully cut them in half, split them, but keep the ends together so they sit like this. Yeah, these are beautiful. They're so ripe. You can actually see the difference in the two different types of figs here. This is going to go into the sun, and if all goes well, 3 to 4 days we're going to finish them in the oven. I'll show you what they look like. Cheers.
Good figs to you.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Oh, so good.
Okay.
Excuse me, what are you doing? You're supposed to be fixing stuff, not breaking our house down.
Come back. This little area is a work in progress, but we have to do something about this floor. Now it seems like there's a little concrete, I don't know, edging that was cast here, and the original painting was done to here. And then this was added, and to fix the height difference, the level difference, they just put a little screed over, but obviously it cracks off. So what I want to do is I'm going to have to take this off and figure out how to solve this problem without cracking off again. But what we're going to do is we need to power wash this whole space. I want to seal under the doors, the ones that doesn't open.
We want to stop the wind from blowing in underneath all the doors and water, rainwater, everything like that. But it does mean we're going to stop the lizards from getting in. This was not the plan for today. Okay, stop. Yes, put your feet up.
Who's going to clean this?
I can't believe you just did that.
Alright, well it's 5 o'clock. So
We got other plans for tomorrow. We can't do this tomorrow.
No, we have to do tomorrow.
But now it looks terrible.
Oh, well,
Right, today.
it's not even
It's
6
still early.
PM. Yeah, we can still do it. Grab a thing and start working. Good morning, oof. It's nice and bright and early, and we've got to pick up where we left off, and I want to finish this space. Well, finish. Never going to finish this space, but I want to get it to a point where we can at least move on to the next project. And so what we've finished now is this wall is looking fantastic. The color blended in quite nicely. I think we're happy with that for now. There's a few small repairs we still got to do. I've fixed, I don't know if you can see, between this wall and the glass. Finished that up, so that's nice. And I've chipped out most of the broken cover. Now this is a tricky one because the level difference makes it very difficult to actually fill this back in, so it's going to crack again, but I think I'm just going to power wash it and fill it back in. That's it. Our first step is to just get everything out of here.
Boss is inspecting my work.
Yeah, Lisa's a bit vigorous with the cement.
Enthusiastic.
Very vigorous.
No, man, but you said it was good. Now you don't want to say it for the camera.
I'll need a bit of cleaning up.
That's just round 2.
Got that done.
It's good.
The center strip is looking great.
Nice. I always think they've been out in the sun too long. It's so hot. You might as well leave them in the oven. And I think they're ready to go on to their next phase now. Sprinkle a little bit of cinnamon.
First, I think, yeah.
I think that's all do. Oh no, that was the curry powder, baby. Shit.
Kurkuma.
There it is.
Okay.
There of it. Leave the rest in for the jar.
Alright, let's do it. So now we gotta squish our almond in, wink, and then close it.
Yeah.
Oh no, now I have to close it this way.
This is what we're left with.
That's all that we're left with.
Tiny bottle.
The cinnamon is actually nice. I think we could have put more lemon in there actually. Now we're gonna have to make a lot more because if this is the only jar we got, we might have to go pick more figs.
Let's go pick more figs.
No,
No, they're yummy. They're really nice. It's actually amazing how different the flavor is.
don't eat too many though.
I've done that once before.
Okay, good job.
Good morning.
So hard to be out here, but while the grass is so short here, we need to figure out what we're going to do with all these old irrigation pipes because they're everywhere. We started removing some of them from this tree strip, but these are the pipes we had in this triangle of ours. The problem is when we removed it, they were all just chucked here in a bundle and there's some wires in there. Bigger problem is these are not deemed to be recyclable, so we don't know what to do with them. So we're trying to separate the wire at least so that can go to recycling. And then we'll see if we can offer these pipes to someone who can maybe use them, or otherwise this is going to sit here with scissors and cut them into small pieces so they can become recycling.
Well, become garbage.
Yeah, recyclable garbage. We can't actually get close to the trees because a lot of these wires have and the pipes have collapsed and they interfere with getting a tractor around the space to clean it up. If we're serious about cleaning this space, we need to get this organized.
And we're making good progress. We've got all the little vertical dripper things down. So all we've got left in the trees is the big pipe with the wires. And now Andre's also spreading these guys out to sort and clean and be able to roll them up.
Or remove the wires really, eh? I know you can't tell the difference, but there's been progress. So at least we separated all the wires from the cable, from the piping. We still need to sort through all this stuff. It's such chaos. And these 2 rows of trees still need to be done. And then we'll go through these pipes and see if there's anything we can rescue. Most of them's got a lot of holes in. Yeah, we in August now, and I'll tell you, it's hot. Actually, it hasn't been that crazy. We sort of expected it to be much worse, and it almost feels like the night, the temperature dropping a little bit more than in July, but in the daytime it can be a bit hotter. And then, oh, we forgot this part of pipes, babe.
Oh no, more pipes!
So these are the main feeder pipes, and they are massive.
These are the ones that actually bother us the most because they're on our triangle.
You can see them from the house, and I can't cut the grass here. So these pipes need to be moved as a matter of priority.
Maybe this evening, afternoon, evening, if it cools down enough. Oh, stop.
So it begins. One of the reasons we want to move over to a bigger storage tank is to stop the short cycling on our well pump. Because at the moment it's activated quite regularly because we only have a pressure tank and not a storage tank. So we hope that's going to make a big difference. But first we're going to try to clean it out, and we'll put some water in it, maybe leave it overnight, make sure it doesn't leak. And then we'll test it with our intended new system before we commit to actually changing over.
Okay, can I do it?
we're just going to put a little bit of water in. And we'll leave it overnight and see. There's a tank. I think the tank will be fine in terms of water. There's a leak in the tank.
No.
Curveball.
Seriously?
That leg, there's a leak.
What does that mean? Oh no. Oh. I really didn't think a bloody steel tank could have a leak. I'm not sure what to say. I'm very, very disappointed. These tanks are expensive, so we really do want to make this work.
Yeah, look, what I'll have to do is probably grind off this thing is galvanized, unfortunately. I have to grind this leg off, which is, and try and weld up the hole.
Do we have to take it off? Can't you just fill it up? Can't you just like maybe weld on?
If it's in
add?
a joint somewhere, you gotta like get it cleaned out and weld properly. Maybe
We'll have to
touch
roll
it.
this tank over to see exactly where it is.
Okay, well, let's put it in.
Okay, I think that's it for today.
Okay, this time.
Hey, wait for
Good
me.
morning. Good morning. Welcome back to a market mission. So we're at a town called Torre San Giovanni.
And yes, there's plenty of Torre San Giovanni's in Italy.
This one's it's bustling. It's quite a popular summer holiday destination on this coast. But they have a Monday morning market, and this is Monday morning.
Yes, thanks to one of you for telling us that the Torre San Giovanni one is the one to go to. And I can already tell just from here, feeling the busyness, that is correct. It's chaos.
Let's take a walk around. Maybe we'll find something to eat. Where's that go?
Whew, it's 9 o'clock and it's already boiling hot.
Maybe I shouldn't have worn black. Lentils.
Eventually found something at the market that I like.
There's only one problem, it's not for sale.
It doesn't fit in my backpack. Look how cute this is.
Amazing.
Oh
The
man,
classic Fiat 500.
it is so cute.
Maybe a better shot.
I think we've got to get one of these.
Yeah, Spilly's got all kinds of advertising in it. Very cute.
Allora, ha un arancino? E cos'è questi? Allora, una di questo. Oh, we got food, we got food, we got food.
No. Unfortunately, the food choices are super limited, but
These aren't particularly made to like have as a snack
God.
while you're walking.
how much did you buy?
And well, unlike everybody else, I didn't buy a whole chicken.
What's that?
These are little vegetable and potato fritters, and that's a giant arancini. Wink. Ooh. Ooh,
They look better than they
very
taste.
doughy.
Maybe these are better.
I'm so hungry though. That's a problem if you walk around and wait until you're starving. A little bit dry, definitely needs a nice garlic aioli.
Yeah, it's quite a chunky little thing. Now, normally, they got different fillings. You know what this is?
A prosciutto and cheese.
This
I'm
one's
not sure
mostly
which.
rice.
Supposed to be prosciutto and cheese. Oh no,
Lesson
very,
learned.
very disappointing.
Yeah. Everything's super disappointing.
This is good enough if you're really lazy and you just want to come and get some easy, quick food for the day.
The quality is
But
not. It's not
Very
bad,
mediocre. It's
but
not even tasty though.
We're gonna go back to maybe past the supermarket because it's too hot. We're gonna tackle that water tank today. Yep, working in the
Oh
box.
gosh.
There you go. Ready to nibble? I'll tell you, it's so hot. You can literally only do something like at 5 p.m. Anyway, I'm getting back to this tank. Quickly back to this water tank we checked out the other day. And in close inspection, the damage is a little bit bigger than we thought.
Oopsie. Massive hole, yeah.
I can try and fix it, but the only real way to fix it is to weld a little plate around it. I'm not the best welder in the world, but the alternative is to pay someone to do it, and then I might as well just go buy a new tank. And if we do that, I probably get a tank that's shaped to fit under the stairwell, although we haven't quite decided where we're going to put the tank, because maybe we want to use the space where the old tank is for storage in future. It's nicely protected. I probably should not be grinding so close to milli, but we'll see. I'm just going to cut that off, and see. Maybe I don't have to undo this whole thing. I have to get in here and see what's going on. Might be worse than we think.
What have you done? Oh my gosh, if you thought we had a hole before.
Yo.
Maybe just make that our new out. We were looking for a flush valve.
It's like someone shot at it with a bullet. Shotgun. Check, this is under the foot mount. It's completely rusted. This is very thin. It's galvanized. I'm going to weld an equally thin plate on it. Let me just cut this little corner a bit bigger.
Little tank. Here they go.
Yeah, look at that corner. Okay, I have to come back for the midterm results later. Alright, so we're giving up on the tank. I've realized that listen to this. Hello. I've realized that the hole is the much bigger than I thought, and the piece of steel I had is not going to make it, unfortunately. So I had to cut it a little bit bigger, and I'm going to have to try and find a piece of steel that will magically fit this massive hole. When I started welding, it just went poop straight through, and there was still some rusty spots, but I think now we're good. Anyway, so we're going to leave the water project. Sorry about this, son. We're going to leave the water project in. It was an ongoing concern, but there's like a little bit more light left, so maybe we'll do something useful while I'm dirty. Lisa said she wanted to trim this pear tree. She can tell the story.
In the winter, this tree loses all its leaves, and in fact we actually thought that the tree was completely dead, and as you can see now, it's pretty much come well to life. But those dry branches up there, this is the only time of the year when you can tell what is dead and what's actually perfectly good and living.
Alright, which ones do you want cut, babe?
I want, it's straight into the sun here, but
Don't stand here.
I'm going this way. I want all the dead ones, especially on this side. Those ones that go straight upright and that are dead.
You see, this is the only one that's alive, this guy.
Yes.
So I should go above that.
And everything else goes off, I think. There's one more there that goes to the left.
There we go.
Why don't I get to use the chainsaw?
Because I like you with all your fingers and your hands and your feet.
I like all 10 of my toes and fingers.
I prefer.
Didn't you take the whole thing off? Ooh, there we go. Don't do this at home, kids.
That's what you call well done. That's what you call well done. It's just like dropped.
I want to follow my head.
Yeah, no, it was very well done. Yeah. Nice.
Okay.
Good job.
I think that's pretty much
I think that's good.
most of it, eh?
I think so.
We're going to pick our activities up next video. We're still surviving through summer. It's bloody hot. We're in August, I tell you, and it's very, very busy. So we're coming into sort of the busiest season of the holidays here in the south of Italy. This time of the day, 5, 6, 7 o'clock, you can still do something. In the mornings, it's also quite nice, but the rest of it's tough, I tell you.
The heat hasn't actually been as bad as the 1 week that we had in July, but it is consistently hot.
The problem is the overnight temperatures don't drop. So you get this 27, 28 degrees overnight some nights. But we're counting the days to the end of August. Anyway,
We're counting the days so we can go to the shop and it's not just jam-packed.
yeah, it's busy, it's crazy. Anyway, we've got a lot to get to, so we need the weather to play along, and we want something cooler days we can get more done. But hope you enjoyed this little glimpse into our summer activities around the land, and we hope to see you next time.
We're enjoying a little bit of farm life in the summer, I must
Yeah,
say.
it's good, it's good. It's also getting to other stuff. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Ciao!
Bye.